Welcome back to another episode of Uploaded and Unfiltered, the podcast in which I, your host Jermaine, interviews another content creator in regards to their journey thus far. Today is the very last day that I record this podcast in my current home, my current location. Over a year ago, Uploaded and Unfiltered started with its very first 00 episode in this room where I'm sitting today, and it is half empty. Most of the things that were on the shelves are packed. I'm down to one monitor, one computer, no microphone, no cameras. It's starting to look more like the bedroom it was supposed to be, but I'm highly grateful that I got a chance to have a room to dedicate to my craft. I didn't realize how rare that was until I started opening up more and talking about my space, and a lot of people don't have their own space to make the content they want, and I am forever grateful for that, and it has put this move even into more of a perspective I didn't think of initially, and that is that space is going to be dedicated to not only creating the content that I want to see in the world, but also helping others create content they want to see. I'm fortunate enough to have the whole third floor to myself. I even got a bathroom to myself. So technically I don't have to leave the floor, but we're going to make sure that happens with, built-in schedules. And I'm not going to have a real fridge up there. I will have an ice maker though. So that's going to be dope. But it is a space where I can let my creativity do whatever it wants. Right now, I have a rough draft of how I want to lay out the space. I definitely, and I know I've been wanting this since like the Quest 1, I want a dedicated VR space, and I will have that. I will have a space where I can sit down and edit, bust out a quick unboxing video. I've had a dream of doing couch gaming on Twitch again. Like, I miss playing games on the couch, and I don't remember. I mean, besides doing it with my family, which is always dope, and I enjoy that time, I haven't played an epic game on a couch by myself since my daughter was little. I have my stand-up desk. That's where I'm going to be doing most of my video editing. I'm going back to PC only streaming, so I'm going to have a dual PC setup, which is going to allow me to unearth a bunch of different effects and things that I used to do back in my streaming career that I haven't in a while because you can't do half of the stuff that I want to do on a Mac, unfortunately. And I need to make that video. I'll probably make it in this empty room. Why I am switching back to PC for my streaming needs. The audio situation on Mac is abysmal. It's a nightmare, and I know how to fix it, but it would cost a few $1,000s to do so. And you know what? I already have all the Elgato stuff. I'm just going back to PC, make it easy for myself, and then I can get back into these insane channel reward points that I love doing. So, again, moving to this new space. Oh, so many ideas have been popping off, and I've been using this time to live in the delusion of not, all of the possibilities of things that could happen. I've been thinking more of, what do I want to happen? What do I envision happening when I get up there, when I get my own space, once we all set up? I believe my content is going to take off. I believe family time, our family bonds can become even stronger. To become more of a nature person just because of the proximity of all the trails from where we live at. Overall, it's going to be the seasons. I forgot to mention the seasons. We're going to have seasons again. That's going to be, I can't wait. Bring on the snow. I'll get my butt out there and shovel. I don't care. I'm ready for it. But I said all that to say this. I didn't stumble across, I sought out these emails I used to send my boss when I was thinking heavily that I was moving to Charlotte for the company I worked for. I was able to see the excitement, and I remember the thought process of, it wasn't even work related. I was thinking more, okay, there's a trail over here. Maybe we move into this neighborhood. There's a lot of dope stuff to do for the family. I wasn't even thinking work related career goals or anything like that. Yeah, the office was way better than the offices down here in Florida. And again, seasonal weather, Love it. I cannot wait to wrap myself up in the biggest sweatshirt I can find. Also, side note, totally bought a bubble vest, a puffy vest, a puffy vest jacket. You know what I'm talking about? I really wanted one of those, and it'd be like real dumb for me to have one in Florida. I bought one. I'm ready. Bring on the cold. I can't wait to have my arms out while I'm nice and toasty on the chest. Anyways, excitement. This time of packing and finding things that I thought I lost to time has been enlightening. It's been inspirational. It's been amazing. And I never thought I'd say that about a moving process, but this entire moving process has been an amazing event and process to go through, especially with my wife. I feel like we've grown closer because of the things that we had to deal with on the road to getting our house. I feel like there's a lot of mental barriers that we both have broken down separately and together. This whole ordeal has been awesome. I can't wait to dive deep into the coaching business. I am so excited to get people out of their stucknesses and into making content that they want to see. Because I've seen it's just seeing other people talk about what their mental was when they were just growing through the ranks to get to where we're positioned they're at now has always been don't care what other people think. No matter what other people think, you need to believe in yourself, believe in your dream, and chase it as if there's no other alternative. And I've always said this, like, once I get my mind or something that I want to do, there's no alternative to me getting what I want. Period. Want to start a podcast? There's no alternative to that. We're starting a podcast. Yes, sometimes it might take me a while. You know what? Let me fix that. In the past, it has taken me a while to just jump, leap of faith, and start making mistakes until I can refine what I want to do. But with the knowledge of the faster I fail, the faster I will achieve success. Nobody has ever achieved success without failing. And I feel like, and I think I've finally solidified in my head that failure, like I hear failure, I don't feel any negative things. If somebody told me I failed today at making a video, I wouldn't feel bad about it. It's all about putting that content out there. It's all about repetition, figuring out what works, what doesn't work, what you like, what you don't like, and chasing what you do like. That's what I've been doing for the last 2 or 3 weeks. I've just been, yo, this would be a dope idea. I make that idea real quick, post it, and I move on to the next one. Yeah, I still check in to see what my numbers are, but I not that I don't care, but it's not affecting me negatively. If it's high, it's high. If it's not, it's not. I always go back and look at the video and I'm like, yeah, I nailed exactly what I wanted to, or I know what I can do to improve upon this, or the thing that I wanted to do, I didn't have the time to do it now, but next video, that effect is coming out. It's all about mindset. I feel like if you have the mindset of you can't lose, if you have the mindset of the universe is wanting to surprise you and you just sit there and sit back and relax and wait for it to happen, if you have the mindset of knowing it's going to happen, it's only a matter of time when it needs to happen. If you have a mindset of not needing to know all the steps and all of the things you need to do to achieve your goal, if you just have that goal in mind and you appreciate the ride to that goal, I promise you, you can achieve whatever the fuck you want in life, period. It is all mindset. And I will figure out better ways to say it. I'll figure out better ways to convince people. But at the bottom line, our mind creates our reality. Our mind causes feelings for us to act upon things in our life. And if we are keeping ourselves preoccupied by the things we don't want, our mind's going to cause feelings for us to react to those things that we don't want because our mind doesn't know what the fuck past, present, and future means. Doesn't know what imagination is. If you're thinking it, your subconscious thinks it's happening. Once I figured that out, once I understood that, you can use that to your advantage and achieve whatever you want in this life. So that is my mission in life, to get more Black content creators to understand that, yes, the optics of us in the media and in the world in general are not what we like it to be, are not realistic. It doesn't show the full picture of who we are as people. But we don't have to give a fuck about that. We can still move forward and make the content we want and our audience will be found. Yes, there's going to be trials and tribulations, but again, those aren't negative things. Those are pivot points. Those are power up time. Those are seek a new skill time. I'm excited. Oh, the other thing that's going to be exciting is testing out this theory that I wrote about in college about an all mobile office like suite or a tech package. And at the time I did it all with iPads. And when those iPads that I were using for that experiment, they were crap. Now I have an iPad Pro and I know I can get it done. I edit videos on this. I'm actually recording the podcast on my iPad because I packed my mic. But for the next probably week or two, any video, audio, art piece, graphic, anything like that I create over the next, I would say probably 2 to 3 weeks is going to come out of my iPad. I will not have access to my Mac or my PC for a little bit. I do know internet is coming to the house 1113. We're getting fiber and I cannot wait. I can't, there's just so many things that is just buzzing through my brain. Like I'm thinking about the space that I'm going to have once we get to North Carolina, and I'm going to be able to stream in 2 rooms because I just remembered everything is set up on my Mac to stream. While I'm not going to use it hardcore, there are ways to have 2 instances of OBS running and use sources from the other one on your main one. I just had a crazy idea. Holy crap. I can't wait. I'm excited. I hope you can hear that in my voice. Other than that, yo, listen. Thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for being on this journey with me. And thank you for just being a listener. I am selfish and I mostly do this podcast for myself, but it's very high on that list. Number 2 is I want to inspire other creators to create content so we can take back control of our narrative in this world. Social media and content and influencers, I feel like is ripe for a space for us to take over. Everything that makes social media work is us. And they steadily try to keep us out of it, try to freeze us out, try to ban us, try to keep our numbers low, but you can't stop it. Eventually something's going to give, and I cannot wait to see that day. There's going to be a platform where we are valued and understood, and we will make amazing things happen on that platform. Whatever platform it may be. But other than that, if you haven't already subscribed to the podcast, I would appreciate it. Uploaded and Unfiltered. We put up an episode every week, even in the middle of a move. Cannot miss a week unless something insane happens. And I can't even think about what would that be. So we're going to keep it moving forward. I will, once we get settled in, start bringing back the guests. But for right now, you're going to listen to me preach for a little bit. So I hope you enjoy it. If you get anything out of these conversations, send me a message. I believe there's a link attached to the description of this podcast. You can text me a message. I will read it out loud and answer it on the next podcast. Also, leave me a review. Those help. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple, definitely leave me a review. Those are like the big 2 players. So I've heard over the course of learning how to market my podcast. So if you're on one of those 2, definitely leave me a review. And if you're not, share it with a friend or whatever. But other than that, thank you for listening. I'm going to edit this and then I'm going to take a look around my room to see if there's anything I can do that's not too loud. And then I'm probably just going to jump into VR and play some VR. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Appreciate you. And as always, protect your mental, keep creating content. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.